What's up, Lego fam? I'm Justin, and you're watching Good Life Bricks. Now, just to get this out of the way, I am indeed Justin. I just am missing my hair. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was getting shorter and shorter because my master plan was to get rid of it because it was fleeing from my head, and I wanted to get there before it decided to. So anyway, with that out of the way, I am Justin, and you are watching Good Life Bricks. And today I want to talk to you about Lego Star Wars set 75326, Boba Fett's Throne Room. Now, this is a nice set. It came with 732 pieces and 7 minifigures, 5 of which are unique to this set. And that's a pretty good deal. All of that for $99.99. So I can't wait to talk to you about this one. It's a fun build, and it comes from the show The Book of Boba Fett, which was much maligned. There were many who were not a big fan of it. I thought it was entertaining, and I thought this set at least that came out of it was a really good one. So let's dive in and take a look at it. Before we do that, don't forget, like the video if you would please, and if you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe and leave me any comments or any feedback about the set, about my lack of hair, whatever it might be, in the comments. And I can't wait to hear from you. And I do respond to every comment. So with that in mind, let's dig in. So here we go. A closer look at Boba Fett's Throne Room, Lego Star Wars set 75326. This set was released on March 1st of 2022, and it retired December 31st of 2023. It came with 7 minifigures, and 5 of those minifigs are unique. And you all know, if you've watched my channel, I am a sucker for any set that has unique minifigures. I don't care how big or small it is. I just think that is a huge deal. And as a fan of minifigures and a collector of these minifigures, I really appreciate that. And so I think this is a good set, and I can't wait to talk about it a little bit more. But first, let's start with the minifigs. So the first minifigure on my list is Bib Fortuna. Now, if you've been a fan of Star Wars for any period of time, then you know who Bib Fortuna is. He was the major domo for Jabba the Hutt, and after Jabba died, there was a power vacuum, and Bib Fortuna stepped into it and was very ineffectual and was quickly replaced by Boba Fett. A lot of things in Tatooine in the gangster trade went bad as a result of Jabba's absence. Bib Fortuna didn't help things, but this is a nice minifigure. So one of the things we saw in the show is Bib Fortuna got pretty heavy, and they made his head tails and everything bigger to represent that. That comes off, and he's got a pretty nice face. The red eyes that we've seen, and then here's him scared. I think the face prints are good. I think the torso is a good print, as well as down the legs with the robes that flow down, and then the back is well printed as well. This is a nice minifigure. We don't see a lot of Bib Fortuna. We did get one in 2024 in Jabba's sail barge, but there aren't a lot of those out there. This is a nice minifigure. Next, of course, is Boba Fett. Now, Boba Fett looks different here, and that's because in the show Book of Boba Fett, and maybe in The Mandalorian, once he got his armor back, he repainted it, cleaned it up, made it look nice, but he went with the darker colors, or the black and the dark gray, and he left the helmet pretty much the same. But there are some minor differences. It looked a lot better. It still had the dents in it, but it wasn't as scratched up, and his jetpack and everything were cleaned up as well. This is a nice one because it's got arm printing, which looks really nice on both sides. So his face print is a really, really nice one. This shows an aged Boba Fett with lots of scarring and everything, and that all happened as a result of his time in the Sarlacc pit and then in the deserts of Tatooine. And I think that was a good show. There are many who did not like the Book of Boba Fett. I liked it simply because it gave us the backstory that got us to the point where Boba Fett is still alive and is still a solid minifigure in the Lego Star Wars universe and a good character in Star Wars. Our next minifigure is Fennec Shand. Now, I like this character. I thought that her introduction was excellent. I can't remember where we first saw her. I think it was in Rebels, animated, and then I think we might have seen her in Mandalorian, The Mandalorian, and then we saw her in Book of Boba Fett. In this rendition of the character, she is helmetless, and I gotta say that Ming-Na Wen plays Fennec Shand, and I think is phenomenal in that role. And I hope that there is a future in the Star Wars universe for her, because she does a great job as Fennec Shand. And I think this is a great character. And if you look at the armor that she's wearing, the printing on the arms is great, down the torso and the legs, a little bit on the back. And then that hairpiece is really nice. And I think this is a really nice character. Now here we have a fantastic rendition of the Gamorrean Guard. Very nice mold. I don't know that he's new for this set. This is just such a good looking mold. The arm color underneath the armor. Of course, it's not just a head, it's an entire body piece like we see with Chewbacca or the loader droid from the Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader set. And then you've got his axe. The story of this Gamorrean Guard, and there's one other in the show, is really, to me, is really compelling, and I think is a cool part of that show, and something that if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch. Next we have Quarren. That is his species, not his name. We don't know his name, but look at that head mold. Very accurate to the source material. Very nice looking with the printing on the face and the different marks across his face. The tentacles that come out of his mouth and nose area, just fantastic. Printed torso, printed legs, and then the hand colors that match the skin of his head. I just think this is really well done, very thoughtful. Second to last, we have the Thelan Dancer. Again, not sure of her name. Phenomenal hairpiece. I just think that is outstanding. And then the face print is really good too. You see the different horn markings on her face, and all the makeup that she wears, and then a little more angry version. Good back printing, great printing on the legs and the torso and down on the feet even. Very well done. This is a cool minifigure. Obviously this one is unique to the set. And then finally we have the Weequay Guard. Again, don't know his name, we just know that species is Weequay. He is a guard at the throne room. Great back of his head printing. Look at those ponytails or braids and the wraps that go right up to his head. That is just phenomenal. And it leads itself right into the back print. Oh man, that's good. I really, really like that. And then you've got a couple on the front. Just really, really well done. A good torso print. This is a good character, and that face print is phenomenal. So as you can see, that's a great lineup. The fact that 5 of them are unique to this set is very compelling and a great reason to pick up this set. So let's get into the build, and then we'll just go over a few things. So here we go. This is set 75326, Boba Fett's Throne Room, and this is a really fun build. I purchased it, didn't have a lot of space for it, and it's one that I put away in storage, and then when I rebuilt it a few days ago for the purposes of this review and to get it displayed, I realized, 1, it's a great fun build, and 2, it is a nice looking set. You know, there aren't that many buildings. There are a lot of ships, which is awesome, but there aren't that many great buildings. And there are a few, and they're really good. This is a fantastic build. There's a lot of cool stuff to this set. So we'll go over a few of those things real quick. So first of all, the door right here opens and closes. And I'll show you the other side. If you push through there, then it's locked in the up position. So as we turn it, and this portion of the build actually closes to this point. It doesn't go any further than that, but this is the front door. This comes down, and then remember this little guy? This is the microphone that talked to C-3PO and R2-D2 back in Return of the Jedi. Let me move this gun out of the way so you can see it. And it's still there. And so that's what's used, that pushes in and out, that's what's used to hold the door in the open position. You've got this gun emplacement right here that is on this ball joint. This is a nice external building build. I mean, it's a little plain because it's just mostly tan, but it's got some dark gray and light gray in it, and that's pretty nice looking. It was fun to put together. One other thing that you see here is right here, this little mechanism makes the stairs fall forward. So if you have somebody in and they're not nice, then you can catch them off guard and knock them down. The control for the door is right here. And then you come to the main area where formerly Jabba's throne was. Now it's Boba Fett's. And just like Jabba's, it slides in and out, and it has these little tracks right here that connect to the tracks right there. And it sits over the top of like a little storage thing, and I think these are maybe Beskar ingots there, but you could put guns or whatever you want, and that just slides in and out. Now, this set obviously is missing the thing that would be down underneath here, which is the Rancor pit, and boy, would I like to see another one of those. The last one that we saw was the last Jabba's palace, and I think it's high time that we got another one because I would love to get another Rancor. Over on this side, we have another room, and it disconnects from the side over here. It's just got a little a clip over here, but this is just a lounge. So there's a table here, a couple of chairs here, and just a place to sit and maybe have drinks or what have you. If we move this out of the way, we can see there's a box for bones. There's a box with a valuable crystal in it right here, a table with a drink on it. And then there's something else, and we'll have to flip this around to see what is on the other side. And here is a snake just clipped onto a little clip right on the outside of the throne room. But if you open this up, then you have a rotisserie here with a couple pieces of, looks like chicken, who knows if it's chicken, and a little grill there with the orange kind of maybe flame type thing. And then there's that table I was talking about. And then this is the back of Boba Fett's throne. So there's plenty of action that can be had with this set, and it's a nice play set. But if you take a look at it, look at that build. It's just very, very nicely done. So there you go. That's my review of LEGO Star Wars Set 75326, Boba Fett's Throne Room. And again, this is a set that I really enjoy. And sometimes I forget how much fun they are. You know, after you've built them and they've been kind of sitting for a while, you forget. And so it's fun to be able to go back and rebuild them, and that's what happened here. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support as we continue on this journey, and thank you for being a part of that with me. Please don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That'll help me a lot, and it'll also make sure that you don't miss any future content. There's sets coming out here soon in May, brand new sets, and I'm going to be featuring as many of them as I can get my hands on. So I hope you will keep that in mind, and I hope you will be back to watch those. So don't forget to leave me comments, and thanks for being here. I'll see you soon.